are y'all today? My name is Miss Stacy, and this is Preschool Story Time, designed for ages 3 to 5. Let's all say hello to our friends watching at home on that camera. Hi, friends. Thanks for joining us today. Let's do our hello song. Bread and butter, marmalade and jam. Let's say hello as high as we can. Hello! Bread and butter, marmalade and jam. Let's say hello as low as we can. Hello. Bread and butter, marmalade and jam. Let's say hello as fast as we can. Hello. Bread and butter, marmalade and jam. Let's say hello as slow as we can. Hello. That was pretty slow, huh? Bread and butter, marmalade and jam. Let's say hello as quiet as we can. Hello, everybody. Okay, this is the loud one. Get ready. Bread and butter, marmalade and jam. Let's say hello as loud as we can. Hello! It's so loud. You did such a good job. Oh my goodness. Y'all, I love that one. That's so fun. Okay, well, we can go over our plan now. All right, we've got our story time plan up here. We just did our hello. We're about to do our announcements. We'll sing a...
I have that one at my school.
You have that book?
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Look at what, it has a witch in it.
The witch? Oh, cool. A lot of these stories have witches. So then we'll sing a little song. We'll read our first story. Then we're going to do a little action song, read our second story, another action song. Then we're going to pass out some instruments that'll help us with our flannel story. We'll talk about our craft and sing our goodbye song. Does that sound like a good plan?
Yeah, I like going in that room or that room.
We'll definitely go in that room and do a craft at the end.
Hand things.
I'm sorry?
What's that hand thing?
The hand thing that says goodbye, adios. That means that's the point when we'll do our goodbye song. Okay, so now on to our announcements. I wanted to show y'all these calming kits that we have. So this month is Autism Awareness Month. And so one of the things that we offer here at the library are these calming kits. This is like a weighted little dude, and so he helps calm down. And we've got all kinds of fun, like... Thank you. That's the word I was thinking of. It's a weighted sloth. And we've got all kinds of little fidget toys in there. And so we have these kits available. Yeah, there's like a fidget spinner. There's all kinds of fidget toys in here. So you can check these out and use them while you're in the library. And then when we initially thought of this idea, we were thinking, that would go great with the study room. So you can get a study room as a quiet space and take one of these calming kits and go in there and take some time, you know, to calm down. So those are available. You sure can. You can check it out at the preschool desk. That's right.
Are we going to do that?
Yeah, we're going to do that at the flannel story. Okay. You go to preschool? Well, that's the exact right age for this. Oh, okay. Okay.
My sister goes to school.
That's neat. Okay. So our Super Saturday program this Saturday is one of my favorites, y'all, of all time. Mr. Troy is going to be here. And if y'all haven't seen Mr. Troy, it is just delightful, pure joy. He plays the guitar and sings songs, and it's so fun. So that'll be at 10 a.m. in the Walker Room, and you don't have to register. That's the Walker Room. I know you get excited every time I say that, because your name's Walker too. So, all right. So today we're going to be reading fairy tales. That's my favorite. So a fairy tale, you love them. Okay, friends, keep in mind if we all talk at the same time, nobody hears anything, okay? So I have a number up there, 398.2. Does anybody know what that number is? What is that number?
I don't know.
Did I just pick random numbers, you think?
Yeah.
Maybe. No, actually, that is the Dewey Decimal Number for folktales.
Nothing's on the blue, right?
It's a dot. It's a little period. So 398.2 is my favorite call number, and that's where we keep our fairy tales. And so you'll find a huge section of fairy tales up in our grade school library, and a lot of them are perfect for preschool age, so don't be scared to go up there and look at the shelf. And one of my favorite things to do with fairy tales is to read the same fairy tale, like maybe Snow White or something, and see how they vary from China to Tibet to England. Like lots of different countries have the same fairy tale, but just a little bit different. So I think it's fun to read them and find the differences. Okay, are y'all ready for a story? Yeah. Okay, if you're ready for a story, clap your hands. If you're ready for a story, clap your hands. If you're ready for a story, if you're ready for a story, if you're ready for a story, clap your hands. If you're ready for a story, stomp your feet. If you're ready for a story, stomp your feet. If you're ready for a story, if you're ready for a story, if you're ready for a story, stomp your feet. Last one. If you're ready for a story, tap your nose. If you're ready for a story, tap your nose. If you're ready for a story, if you're ready for a story, if you're ready for a story, tap your nose. Okay, we're ready for a story. This is a fun one. This is called Anansi and the Moss-Covered Rock. Has anyone read this before?
Yeah.
You have? Good. So this is a folktale that comes from West Africa. And you'll also find this character in stories from the Caribbean.
I've read this before.
Okay, and this one is retold by Eric Kimmel, and the pictures are by Janet Stevens.
She read it to me before. I've read it.
You have, that's awesome. Okay, everybody got your listening ears on? Okay. Once upon a time, Anansi the spider was walking through the forest when something caught his eye. It was a strange moss-covered rock. How interesting, Anansi said. Isn't this a strange moss-covered rock? Boom! Everything went black. Down fell Anansi, senseless. See Anansi? An hour later, Anansi woke up. His head was spinning. He wondered what had happened. I was walking along the path when something caught my eye. I stopped and said, "Isn't this a strange moss-covered rock?" Kapum! Down fell Anansi again. But this time, when he woke up an hour later, he knew what was happening. "Aha," said Anansi, "this is a magic rock. And whenever anyone comes along and says the magic words, 'Isn't this a strange down he goes." This is a good thing to know, and I know just how to use it. Yeah, Anansi's a spider. So Anansi went walking through the forest until he came to Lion's house. Lion was sitting on his porch. At his feet was a great pile of yams. Do y'all like yams?
Yeah, I love lambs.
You love lambs? Okay.
I love yams.
Anansi loved yams, but he was too lazy to dig them up himself. Anansi said to Lion, "Hello, Lion.
Head down there.
It is very hot today. Don't you think so?" These are the yams.
Yeah,
Yes, Anansi.
head right there.
Okay, remember we're listening now. "Yes, Anansi," said Lion. "It is terribly hot." "I'm going for a walk in the cool forest," said Anansi. "Would you like to come?" "I certainly would," said Lion.
Don't make a face like that. That kind of scares me.
He's a lion. So Lion and Anansi went walking through the forest. After a while, Anansi led Lion to a certain place. "Lion, do you see what I see?" "Oh, yes, Anansi," said Lion. "Isn't this a strange moss-covered rock?" Kaboom! Down fell Lion. Anansi ran back to Lion's house and made off with Lion's yams. Oh, he took them. An hour later, Lion woke up. His head was spinning. Anansi was nowhere in sight, and when he got home, he found that every single one of his yams was gone. Lion was very sad. I would be sad too. But Anansi was very happy. He couldn't wait to play his trick again. Once more, Anansi went walking, walking, walking through the forest. This time, he stopped at Elephant's house. Elephant was sitting on his porch. At Elephant's feet was a great pile of bananas. Who likes bananas? Show me your hands. I love bananas. Yeah. Anansi loved bananas, but he was too lazy to pick them himself. So he said to Elephant, "Hello, Elephant. Isn't it hot today?" "It is," the Elephant agreed. "I'm going for a walk in the cool forest," Anansi said. "Would you like to come?" "That sounds nice," said Elephant. "Thank you for inviting me, Anansi."
You always make different voices on the story.
I do different voices because I think it's fun. So Anansi and Elephant went walking, walking, walking through the forest. After a while, Anansi led Elephant to a certain place. "Elephant, look! Do you see what I see?" Elephant looked. "Yes, I do, Anansi. Isn't this a strange moss-covered rock?" Kaboom! Down fell Elephant. Anansi ran back to Elephant's house and made off with all the bananas.
I think they just keep tripping on it when they step on it.
Oh, you think so?
They say that.
I like how you're thinking critically. Okay, an hour later, Elephant woke up. His head was spinning. Anansi was nowhere in sight, and when he got home, he found that every single one of his bananas was gone. Elephant was very sad. Oh, yeah, look, it's a good eye. They left a banana peel, Anansi did. But Anansi was very happy. He couldn't wait to play his trick again. He played it on rhinoceros and hippopotamus. He played it on giraffe and zebra. He played it on every single animal in the forest. But all this time, watching from behind the leaves was Little Bush Deer. Little Bush Deer is small and shy and very hard to see. She watched Anansi play his wicked trick again and again on all the other animals. Little Bush Deer decided it was time for Anansi to learn a lesson. So Little Bush Deer went deep into the forest where the coconut trees grow. She climbed a coconut tree and threw down a great many coconuts. She carried the coconuts home in a basket and set them on her porch. Then she sat down beside them to wait. In a little while, along came Anansi. Anansi's eyes lit up when he saw Little Bush Deer's coconuts. Anansi loved coconuts. He loved to eat the tender white coconut meat and drink the sweet coconut milk inside. But he was much too lazy to gather coconuts himself. Instead, he said, "Hello, Little Bush Deer. It is so hot today." Little Bush Deer smiled. "It is very hot, Anansi. I am going for a walk in the cool forest. Would you like to come?" "Yes, I would," said Little Bush Deer. So Anansi and Little Bush Deer went walking, walking, walking in the cool forest. After a while, Anansi led Little Bush Deer to a certain place. "Look, Little Bush Deer, look over here. Do you see what I see?" Little Bush Deer knew all about Anansi's trick. She looked. "No, Anansi, I don't see anything." Anansi began to get angry. "You must see it. Look over here. Look right here where I'm pointing. Do you see it now?" "No, Anansi," said Little Bush Deer. Anansi stamped his legs. "You see it. You just don't want to say it." "Say what?" said Little Bush Deer. "You know." "Is that what I'm supposed to say?" "Yes," said Anansi. "All right, then I will say it to make you happy." "You know," said Little Bush Deer. Was that what he wanted him to say? "There, I said it. Are you satisfied?" "No!" Anansi shouted. "You're not supposed to say you know." "What am I supposed to say?" You're supposed to say, "Isn't this a strange moss-covered rock?" Kaboom! Down fell Anansi. He fell for his own trick. Little bush deer ran and got all the other animals. Together they went to Anansi's house and took back all the good things he had stolen from them. An hour later, Anansi woke up. His head was spinning. Little bush deer was nowhere in sight. And when he got home, he found his house as empty as it was before. But if you think Anansi learned his lesson, you're mistaken, because he's still playing tricks to this very day. The end.
Can we read that fairy tale?
You could borrow it and read it at home, but we're not going to read it in story time today. All right, friends, let's get some of our wiggles out. Let's stand up.
I like your wings.
Thank you. Mr. Bryant, will you give us a song, please?
You're a butterfly.
I'm a fairy queen.
You're a
I've got butterfly wings, don't I? Shake, shake, shake my sillies out. Shake, shake, shake my sillies out. Wiggle my waggles away. Clap, clap my sillies out. Clap, clap, clap my crazies out. Clap, clap, clap my crazies out. Wiggle my waggles away. Jump, jump my jiggles out. Jump, jump, jump my jiggles out. Jump, jump, jump my jiggles out. Wiggle my waggles away. Oh, oh, oh. Yawn. Ah. Wiggle my waggles away. Shake, shake my sillies out. Shake, shake, shake my sillies out. Shake, shake, shake my sillies out. Wiggle my waggles away. My waggles away. Woo! All right. Give a spin and let's sit back down. Okay. This one I thought was really funny. It's very similar to another fairy tale I've heard before, but it's a little bit different. It's written or retold by Mo Willems, who's one of my favorite authors. You may know him from Don't Let the Pigeon Drive the Bus, or you know that one?
Yeah, I have that at my school, and I used to have the pigeon hot dog.
Nice. That's a good one, too. And he also wrote the Elephant and Piggy books. I love Mo Willems. Okay. This is called Goldilocks and the Three Dinosaurs.
Oh, I thought those were Alice.
All right, everybody. Remember, if you're talking, it's going to be harder for everybody to hear the story. So let's pretend you see bubbles floating. I see imaginary pretend bubbles. Everybody catch it in your mouth. Okay. Once upon a time, there were 3 dinosaurs. Papa Dinosaur, Mama Dinosaur, and some other dinosaur who happened to be visiting from Norway.
It's a baby.
He's that guy. Well, you can come closer. One day, for no particular reason, the 3 dinosaurs made up their beds, positioned their chairs just so, and cooked 3 bowls of delicious chocolate pudding at varying temperatures.
I love chocolate.
Me too. Oh boy, said Papa Dinosaur in his loud, booming voice. It is finally time to leave and go to someplace else. Yes, continued Mama Dinosaur, I sure hope no succulent little child happens to come by our unlocked home while we are, someplace else.
Oh, this is my favorite.
And then they're going, heh, heh, heh. And then here's this guy. Then the other dinosaur made a loud noise that sounded like a big evil laugh, but was probably just a polite Norwegian expression. He's saying, har, har, har. The 3 dinosaurs went someplace else and were definitely not hiding in the woods waiting for an unsuspecting kid to come by.
What did that little dino say?
Sure enough, 5 minutes later, a poorly supervised little girl named Goldilocks came traipsing along. Just then, the forest boomed with what could have been a dinosaur yelling, "Gotcha!" But I'm pretty sure it was just the wind. The loud noise was immediately followed by another loud noise that said something like, "Be patient, Papa Dinosaur, the trap is not yet sprung." But that could have been a rock falling or a squirrel. Either way, Goldilocks was not the type of girl who listened to anyone or anything. For example, Goldilocks never listened to warnings about the dangers of barging into strangers' enormous houses. So as soon as Goldilocks came across a strange, enormous house, she barged right in. Here it says, "Welcome." Inside, Goldilocks immediately smelled the 3 bowls of delicious chocolate pudding. Said Goldilocks, "that chocolate pudding smells delicious. If only I could get all the way up on top of the counter." Then Goldilocks noticed a very tall ladder that just happened to be there and certainly wasn't left on purpose. Goldilocks climbed up the ladder and found herself face to face with 3 gigantic bowls of chocolate pudding. Sounds yummy, doesn't it? The first bowl of chocolate pudding was too hot.
Look at her.
But Goldilocks ate it all anyway because, hey, it's chocolate pudding, right? The second bowl of chocolate pudding was too cold. But who cares about temperature when you got a big bowl of chocolate pudding? Not her. Look at her head. The whole thing's in there. The third bowl of chocolate pudding was just right. But Goldilocks was on such a roll by now, she hardly noticed. I want to swim in a bowl of chocolate pudding. Wouldn't that be fun?
A bowl of cheese sticks.
Cheese sticks.
You'll get stuck.
Soon Goldilocks was stuffed like one of those delicious chocolate-filled little girl bonbons, which, by the way, are totally not the favorite things for hungry dinosaurs. Tired and groggy, Goldilocks noticed 3 chairs in the living room. So she climbed down the ladder and walked out of the kitchen. The first chair was too tall. The second chair was too tall. But the third chair was too tall. Goldilocks wasn't going to climb that high just to sit in some chair. So she hiked over to the bedroom. When she got there, Goldilocks noticed that the beds were also gigantically big. "What is going on around here?" groaned the exhausted girl. "The bears that live here must be nuts." She still thinks bears live there. No, she hasn't figured it out. Just then, the room filled with a loud, booming noise that was either a passing truck or a dinosaur gloating. "A few more minutes and she'll be asleep. Delicious chocolate-filled little girl bonbons are yummier when they're rested." Even a little girl who never listens to anyone or anything had to hear that. Goldilocks took a minute to stop and think, which was longer than she was used to stopping and thinking. "Hey," she told herself, "this isn't some bear's house. This is some dinosaur's house." Say what you like about Goldilocks, but she was no fool. As quickly as she could, she ran to the back door and got out of there. That's a pretty smart move, I think. Just then, a loud plane flew by, which sounded pretty much like a trio of dinosaurs yelling, "Now!" or "Charge!" or the Norwegian expression for "chewy bun bun time."
Chewy bun bun.
Suddenly, and completely coincidentally,
Elf is named Bun Bun.
that's a fun name. Completely coincidentally, the 3 dinosaurs rushed through the front door, but they were too late. Goldilocks was gone, and all that was left in the house were 3 disappointed dinosaurs. Yeah, they're disappointed. The end. But then it says, and the moral is, if you ever find yourself in the wrong story, leave.
Went to the bear's house.
And the moral for the dinosaurs is, lock the back door. The end.
Why did Papa lock the back door?
Because that's how she got away. If they locked it, they'd get to eat her. So that's what they learned. All right, let's get some more wiggles out. Mr. Bryant, will you give us another song, please? We're going to walk around this time. Walk around and walk around. Walk around with me. Walk around. Walk around. Walk around with me. Bounce, 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 bounce. Bounce, bounce, bounce with me. Now walk around, walk around. Wait, bounce, we're still bouncing. With me. Good. Walk around, walk around, and walk around. Walk around with me. Well, you're doing a good job. Oh my goodness. Walk around with me.
Cal, you want to walk around in a circle with us?
Side to side.
Can you do side to side?
Side, side to side, side to side with me. Now walk around. Walk around and walk around. Walk around with me. Turn around. Turn around. Don't get too dizzy. Turn slowly. You're doing a good job. Now walk around. Sit down with me. All right. Okay, we sat down just in time for us to get our instruments out. These are going to help us with our felt story. So y'all can come get one. Get one drum set. You got one?
Oh, yes.
Okay. Here you go, Walker. Listen. Okay. Be easy with them.
Sure you say thank you.
You're welcome. Here you go. You're welcome. Okay. Did y'all want drums?
Thank you.
Those are fun, aren't they? Okay. Lots of joyful noise. I love it. You want one, Win? You're welcome. Boop, boop, boop. Everybody have one that wants one? Okay. We had one extra. That's good. Miss Susie might want one. Okay, friends, now we're going to do a flannel story. Does anybody know what this story is? Yeah? You cut your arm? Are you okay? Okay. All right, everybody, so we're going to use our drums at the story. This is the Three Billy Goats Gruff. And so when the billy goats go across the bridge, they're going to make a sound. It goes trip, trap, trip, trap, trip, trap. And at that point, we're all trip, trap, okay? Let's practice. Are you ready? Trip, trap, trip, trap, trip, trap, trip, trap. Very good. Okay. Who is that person? Let's find out.
Because he's the great giant.
I think he's the troll.
Because he's a troll because he don't want to give Billy Goat to go through.
My goodness, it's 10 o'clock, y'all. Okay. The 3 Billy Goats Gruff. That's what we're going to do now. Once upon a time, there were 3 Billy Goats Gruff. Little Billy Goat Gruff, Middle Billy Goat Gruff, and Great Billy Goat Gruff, who lived in a green field in a valley. They loved to eat sweet grass, but sadly their field was now brown and barren because they were greedy goats, and they'd eaten every last blade of grass. But they were still hungry. In the distance, they could see a field that was lush with sweet, delicious grass. But alas, there was only one way to get there, over the rickety old bridge.
Maybe they could just go around.
Go around. Yeah, I think there's a reason. This is blocked off, and that's blocked off. They can only go over the bridge. But I like how you're thinking creatively. Okay, the little Billy Goat was the first to reach the bridge. There he is on the bridge. Gingerly, he put one hoof and then another onto the bridge. But it was so rickety. And however hard he tried, his hoofs went trip, trap, trip, trap, trip, trap, trip, trap, trip, trap, trip, trap, trip, trap. Very good. On the wooden planks. Suddenly, there was a huge roar. Who's that trip-trapping over my bridge? And out from the bridge loomed a troll. Quaking in his hoofs, little Billy Goat Gruff managed to squeak, "It's only me. I'm only going to eat some grass." "Oh, no, you're not. I'm going to eat you for my breakfast, lunch, and tea."
Yeah, I can't take down there because down there is where the troll lives. Right there where the water is.
"Oh, no," said terrified little Billy Goat Gruff. "I'm just a little Billy Goat Gruff. Why don't you wait for my brother? He's bigger than me and much tastier." So the greedy troll agreed to wait, and little Billy Goat Gruff skipped over the bridge, whoop, 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 and went to eat the green grass on the other side. He made it.
No, he doesn't do that. He has to go back for the other two.
Okay, so the other goats saw little Billy Goat Gruff eating the fresh green grass, and they were jealous because they wanted some too. So middle-sized Billy Goat Gruff went down to the bridge, whoops, that's a big one, and began to cross the stream. Ready? Trip, trap, trip, trap, trip, trap, trip, trap, went his middle-sized hooves. Again, the troll loomed out from under the bridge. "Who's that trip-trapping over my bridge?" he roared. Quaking in his hooves, middle-sized Billy Goat Gruff managed to say in his softest voice, It's only me. I'm following my brother, little Billy Goat Gruff, so I can eat the sweet grass." "Oh, no, you're not. I'm going to eat you for my breakfast, lunch, and tea." "Oh, no, Mr. Troll, you don't want to eat me. I'm not big enough to fill you up. Wait until my big brother comes along. He's much tastier than me." "Oh, all right," said the troll, and middle-sized Billy Goat Gruff scampered over the bridge, and he made his way to the field to eat the sweet green grass with little Billy Goat Gruff. Huh? Oh, I'll show you afterward, okay? All right. Big Billy Goat Gruff was jealous, and he couldn't wait to get across the bridge to join his brothers. So boldly, he put his hooves onto the bridge. Suddenly, the troll loomed out from under the bridge. "Who's that trip-trapping over my bridge?" he boomed. "It's me, Big Billy Goat Gruff. Who do you think you are?" "I'm the troll, and I'm going to eat you for breakfast, lunch, and tea." "Oh, no, you're not." "Oh, yes, I am, you'll see." Then the troll rushed at Big Billy Goat Gruff, who bent his head and bravely charged the troll, catching him up on his horns like this and tossing him into the stream below. The troll disappeared under the rushing water. He's under there, never to be seen again. And from then on, the 3 Billy Goats Gruff could cross the bridge and enjoy the sweet green grass anytime they wanted. The end. They made it. They defeated the troll. I think that troll would have been better off fighting little Billy Goat Gruff. What do you think? I don't know. Anyway, that's a fun old folk tale. And he's what? He is very little. All right, we're a little behind today. So our craft today is going to be crowns. We're going to make a crown. There are often princes and princesses in fairy tales, and so you'll find different kinds of crowns in there. You can pick the one you like. You can color it, whatever colors you want, cut it out, glue it together, and make your own crown. So we'll all get a crown today. All right, let's sing our goodbye song. Bread and butter, marmalade and jam. Let's say goodbye as high as we can. Goodbye. Bread and butter, marmalade and jam. Let's say goodbye as low as we can. Goodbye. Bread and butter, marmalade and jam. Let's say goodbye as fast as we can. Goodbye. Goodbye. Bread and butter, marmalade and jam. Let's say goodbye as slow as we can. Goodbye. Bread and butter, marmalade and jam. Let's say goodbye as quiet as we can. Last one, this is a loud one. Bread and butter, marmalade and jam. Let's say goodbye as loud as we can. Goodbye! I love that one. It never gets old. All right, thanks for joining us today. We'll see y'all next time.